Hello everyone and welcome to a second edition of Sports Business Thoughts. My name is Josh and today I wanted to discuss marketing specifically in an event. Now this weekend we had two very large events. The Waste Management Phoenix Open, being here in the Valley, drew a lot of crowd, and I'm sure it's going to be a huge topic of conversation amongst other videos this week. So I just wanted to steer a little bit more towards the second event, being the Super Bowl, and not specifically the event that happened, but more of the marketing takeaways from the big game itself. As it's known, the Super Bowl is always going to bring a lot of good commercials, which we expect to see some creative advertisements. Usually big players in the market being the beer companies or the soda companies, which this year were both pretty lackluster. Bud Light continued to pound their dilly-dilly market into the ground, which has gotten quite old. I think we can all agree on that point. But the biggest win of all the Super Bowl advertisements had to have been Tide. This year, Tide has had a lot of exposure with college-age students consuming Tide Pods, and I'm sure there's been some negative publicity with that. But they've really turned things around this year and without a doubt had stolen the show with their marketing campaign. They took a lot of pieces from old successful commercials and they drive it into your mind that this is not going to be like the typical commercial that you're used to seeing. It's going to be a Tide commercial, and it was just actually really creative. They started off the first commercial with noting the fact that every commercial could be a Tide commercial because there's no stains in the shirt. And it sort of had you in the mindset that there might be another Tide commercial coming throughout, and sure enough there was. They hit you with, I think, about 5 or 6 different videos. So just coming from a marketing standpoint on the sports stage alone, the biggest takeaway in the commercial market would be that Tide definitely won this year. They got our attention and they got us thinking about Tide, and they won with the best commercials. So from a marketing standpoint, they definitely had a lot of takeaways and a good marketing campaign. So that's all I have for you this week. Look forward to seeing you guys next week.